All right, what up? What up? Peace, peace, peace. No, I just want to come back with this quick video, man, because I was, this is like thoughts, man. Because you know what it is. Because I was just thinking about this the other day. I was actually looking because it's really important. I really encourage y'all to start looking up like definitions of what words that actually mean, man. Because honestly, man, that's the because there's a lot of misuse in misuse or words that have misconceptions about them, man. Because honestly, man, because there's like because I was just thinking about this the other day. And I was like, okay, I don't know why this crossed my mind. I forgot. This crossed my mind, man, because like let's go to First Kings real quick, because a lot of times, man, honestly, like, because you know what, yeah. That's what it was. Pretty much per se, because like because there's different levels, like of like there's different things that this words that just are misused, misconstrued, or there's just people that like don't not think like they mean a bad they mean a bad thing, or it's a bad thing to be those things, but when it's not, or vice versa, or it's a good thing to be those things, but it's not, man. Because honestly, man, because like um, there's nothing like because people a lot of times, here's another word that misconception or misused word or things of that nature. Now I get why it's slang wise. I get you just don't want to let anybody treat you any type of way as a man, but honestly, man, like if you look at the definition, man, there's nothing wrong with being a beta male, man, or being a man being a beta, man, because all beta. If you look up the definition, it means beta means means weak, mild manner, or like peaceful, tender, forgiving. So those are all aspects and qualities of the Most High, in your house, man, being meek. So man, that's why I know it's important for us to listen, like look up words and what they actually mean, man. Because I honestly because let's go to Exodus 34:6, real quick, man. Because if you look, I might just get my iPad out, man, for this, because this because yeah, man. Because I just want to clear this up, man. And people like might disagree, hey, or might say, oh, this nigga tripping. But no, man, there's really nothing wrong with that. Because if you look at the definition of like being a now, you're not gonna let anybody just walk all over you, do anything to you. But sometimes you just let, like what the Ecclesiastes said, let not every word get to you, or don't respond to everything, man, or just let or Proverbs 19:11 says let certain things go, man. Now you don't let anybody just walk all over you, treat you a certain way, man. But certain times, because you know what it is, because you don't want, like the brother Kwame Call says, you don't want to take your meekness for weakness, of course. But there's like because that's why let's hit this in Corinthians, man. This is big key, man. Because let's get to First Corinthians chapter 3 and 9 real quick, man. Because it says 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 19, it says, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh. For it is written, he that taketh the wise in their own craftiness. So yeah, the wisdom of this world, that's foolishness to the Most High, man. Like what and also too, what the world considers weak is strength to the Most High, man. Because a lot of times, like you had man, just people that use that word, throw that word around. Oh, you're beta. It's not like, bro. If you really look at the definition of beta, there's just like for you to for one to say something's wrong with that, that's saying like we wouldn't call the Most High that, or your house High that, but let's look at the definition of beta. No, not finance. Yeah, man, beta. Because I know we say it in the slang term, but we're actually saying, what that, like oh my gosh, where is? Yeah, it says yeah, that's that. Yeah. Because it's more of the slang term, like because this is more a slang. Because this is past tense, subservient, weak, and effeminate. But But if you actually look at the other definition, man, it doesn't actually like we use it. Doesn't know how people use slang, of course. But if you actually look uh, what it means, because there's nothing wrong with that. It's not coming up. I gotta go on Google right quick. My bad, y'all. I'm on this. Yeah, I'm on this thing. Oh man, I wish I had the. Okay, it's not coming up. This is getting on my nerves. This iPad. Yeah, 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 yeah. Because if you look at it, like honestly, it says man tend to assume the passive or subservient role in the professional or social situations. So there's actually like nothing, like I wish I had the actual definition. Now as far as like the relationship, of course you don't want to be that. Of course, like as far as like let especially in that. But there's nothing wrong with that in the relationship. Of course, you don't want to be that, like have your woman rule over you. No, that's no. That's like us ruling over the Lord. That's not gonna happen. That's out of the order. But because this is definitely on Cambridge. That yeah. Because listen, okay, it's not showing it. This is getting it's kind of getting on my nerve. Yeah, a man who is not successful or as powerful as other men. So yeah, you know what? Yeah, so it's like that's like that's nothing like nothing uh wrong with that. You're really secure in yourself. You like kind of like that. Like I always say, man, that's because we live in a time of like more like it says Second Timothy, of preeminence. Lovers, people always just want to be the guy. People always want to be the person. People always want that power, that preeminence, man. That's what it is. Because it's always we don't live in the. It's not cool to be a glue guy anymore or a role player. Everybody wants to be the star. Everybody wants to be that, man. So I said to say, man, because if you really look up the word beta, it says tender, forgiving, compassionate, merciful. So let me get this in Exodus 34:6 real quick. Also be long suffering, tender, because that's what it didn't say in the curse. Like those as tender, his eye will be evil to his brother, man. That word tender meaning apathetic, man. Meaning it's like empathetic, man. You really like that's what it is, man. But Exodus 34:6. It says, and the Lord passed by before him and proclaimed, the Lord Yahweh, merciful, gracious, long suffering, abundant goodness and truth. So yeah, man, that's what it's saying. Like shout out to elder brother Judah Mack said, listen, man, because a lot of times that stuff is of the world, wisdom of the world, man. That's because all that alpha, beta, stuff like that. Listen, man, like there are different types of men. Don't get too caught up in too caught up in that, man, because honestly, man, what they do, I'm actually about to get it, man, but what does David tell Solomon, like, the high value man types of that nature, man, like, no. Now, there's different levels, of course, of things of that nature, because I did say in a video, right, like, say, like, because we do live in a time of, there's just different types of men, and that's okay, everybody's in their lot, because I did say, like, we live in a world nowadays where everybody's, like, as far as status, like, I'm saying it's in a worldly perspective too. As far as status, like, they're even the word, it's like that. Sirach 32 goes into that, or yeah, I said that they're equal, but they're not, man. Because like I said, if I walk in the business meeting in the business meeting in the room, in business meeting or a room to pitch an idea for a business or idea for things or marketing campaign like that, and you got LeBron walks in, or Jay-Z, or 50 walks in, 50 Cent walks in, man. Of course, of course, people not gonna look at me the same as them. Of course, I haven't put the work in. I'm not as accomplished, as well known as them. So yeah, in that aspect too. But I'm just saying, there's different types of men, man. So it's not like, because it's just like this things. I just don't like when things are like kind of misused and mis words are misused, man, especially for the actual definition, man, because because a lot of times, like, as far as the slang term or what beta like means, like as far as like weak and effeminate things, and then that's bad, like, as far as slang term, but what it actually means, because I'm going to tell you the actual definition, because I'm talking slang too. Our Jake, we talking slang all the time, so I know even people, I know what they mean by that, what they're saying, but I don't want to get to actual definitions, because it's good to look at definitions of what they mean, honestly, especially when you're reading the word too, man. But yeah, man, that's what it is, man. Yeah. I'm banging on that door again. I hate when they do that. First Kings chapter 2, man. It says, First Kings chapter 2 verse 2, it says, I go all the way to earth. Be thou strong, therefore show thyself a man. Then how do you show yourself a man? Let's see this. Because Solomon even learned from this. He says the whole duty of man in Ecclesiastes 12 and 12. But verse 3, I'm going to read 2 again. I go the way of the earth. This is when David's about to die. And be thou strong, and show thyself a man. Shew thyself a man. And verse 3, and keep all the charge of the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, his statutes, and his judgments, and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whatsoever that thou turnest thyself. So yeah, also too, that's Joshua 1 to 8, because and Psalms. Actually, was looking at that earlier. Shout out to brother Akawar, because he put those precepts up there. This lines up with Joshua 1 to 8, Psalms 122 and 6, I believe in the third book of John 1 and verse 2, like, being prosperous, by keeping the ways of the Lord. But yeah, man, that's what that is, man. That's the actual man, man. As long as you fear the Most High in your house, have fear of the Most High in your house, have faith in the Most High in your house, and keep His law, statutes, and commandments, man. Hey, there's different types of men. There's different types of people. You gotta let people be them, man. Honestly, man. That's the point that I'm making, man. Honestly, it's just like sports, man. Because like a lot of times, like people like there's different ways to lead. There's different ways to be, like because a lot of times, like in sports, like because a lot of times too, like man, I watch different sports talk shows a lot, and they act and me personally, because I watch a lot of like the NFL, right? I watch a lot of the old NFL like documentaries, like those NFL specials, like the Road to the Super Bowl, like back in the days, like from the 70s on up, man. Because I like that, because it gives accurate what happened that season and what actually happened, rather than narrative, pretty much. But a lot of people just act like all the coaches from for example, like in sports, they act like all the coaches and back in the day were like some fiery guys, man. Like you had guys like Bill Cowher and Dick Vermeer, pretty much per se. They were kind of laid back, kind of cool, kind of like the players, coaches like that. Every guy wasn't like, every coach wasn't Jimmy Johnson or Bill Parcells or Marty Schottenheimer or Bill Belichick. Well, Bill Belichick's kind of laid back, but still, every coach wasn't like that fiery kind of guy, man. You had like Bill Cowher, Dick Vermeer. You had guys that's laid back, things of that nature. Why am I saying this? Because different types of men. There's different types of ways to lead, man. Like that's just what it is, man. You have many ways to. There's different types of men, man. There's different types of ways to be, man. You don't always have to. There's a lot of actual like gangsters that's actually quiet. They're not all fiery and what you call them, just loud and extroverted, things of that nature. There's actually people that's actually like that had those qualities. These are people that's laid back. I'm not glorifying being in that lifestyle. I'm just saying, like, there's just different ways to be. Like, you don't always have to be that. Because even since I mentioned sports, man, because people say like, oh my God, like Michael Jordan, he has this like that's Michael Jordan's mentality. That's his approach. And Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant, like that mentality has like that killer mentality, and people like or like people like criticize LeBron for like not not always taking the last shot, things that nature, like, or being like passive in certain situations. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Many of people are different, man. Because a lot of times we could try to define somebody by certain ways, or you just have you or people you just have to be a certain way. No, man, you don't have to be like that. Don't let anybody, like, especially with men, man. Don't have anybody have to define you with the beat, man. That's it, man. There's different types, man. So it's all good, like, it is what it is, man. Because I say that too. Because a lot of times, while I watch sports talk, they say that type of stuff. But I'm like, listen, man. Like, there's different. Because they try. Well, which is kind of true now. Because a lot of that old school type of coaching doesn't work nowadays. Because I will say this. Like, I will say this though. The men are how like especially where I'm how I came up in the decades before me, man. The men are getting like way. It is getting bad out here, man. You got these niggas out here wearing bonnets now, and they are coming way more feminine, man. Way more. Yeah, man. It is. Then now there's a point. There is truth, a little truth to that, man. Two things could be true because there is like it is kind of sad though. But but you can't blame because they're not being instructed things of that nature, man. That's why people kind of like miss take out or they miss the element of instructing, man. Because honestly, you're gonna do what you're pretty much your people's growing up doing, man. That's what happened, man. Like, like I mentioned a lot of times too, like I talked about yesterday, man. Like, you can't expect somebody, like, even sometimes our our women out here, man, they weren't even taught pretty much how to be women, how to be wives, pretty much per se. That tightness didn't happen to them. Even the men, they aren't, man. So they're not being trained up in. You had to be trained up. That's why Proverbs says, train up a child so that they don't depart. You have to be trained up in that, man. Because later in life, of course, the Most High in your house shall you reveals yourself to. You could learn those qualities, man. Because for myself, man, I'm just learning most of these qualities as well. But it's just more of because listen, a lot of times, like, you're going to grew up what you going to be. Because if you like for a woman, man, if they grew up being not for the most part, like like Ezekiel says, as a mother so is a daughter, but or like what Solomon says, like the children are wicked. That's how the parents are wicked. That's how the children are going to be more than likely. Not all the time, but because if like sister, she grew up like her mom was a hoe, she's more likely she's gonna be one. Or like even for our brothers, like if his dad and pops and those like that, if gangsters, if drug dealers that run their family, more than likely that he's gonna be that, man. Because that's all they know and see. Because it can't be like because a lot of times even with men, people pretty much say like, oh man, you don't know how to fix how to fix this, fix that. No, that's not what his people, his dad or people around him grew up doing. So he's not gonna know that. That's why the instruction is important. But anyway, that's another topic for another day, man. But yeah, man, there's nothing wrong with the actual word beta, what it means, man. To be mild, to be like mild, to be tender, to be forgiving, to be compassionate. No, man. Then how shall see in Mark 64 had compassion on the people, then isn't that what we read in Exodus 34:6 and Numbers 14:18? Who the Most High is, compassionate, tender, long suffering, man. So by that being beta and stuff like that, because a lot of times we bring that mentality into the word, into the faith, man. Because shoot, honestly, we see that when 1 Samuel 30, man, when when the men were they just wasn't words. They wasn't like that, man. They just stayed back, and David didn't look at them any different, man. It was the men that were with him saying, oh, they don't deserve them because they was warriors. They didn't come to fight. They didn't come to fight and they didn't come to fight with us, man. But it was just like. But David was like, no, man, who's son of Belial, meaning worthless people? Who's wicked enough to listen to them and follow after them? Let me know, point them out. So yeah, just don't even deal with them, man. So that's what it was, man. Because yeah, man. So that's another case of that, man. Because I always say, man, it's okay to betray, man. It's okay to betray, from Boys in the Hood, man. Because the most important scene, man, he hopped out of the car, man. Because he knew that was him. And dope thing about Doughboy ain't looking at him any differently, man. That's what it is. But now times when we come in the word or even outside the word, everybody just wants to be tough now. Everybody wants to be everybody wants to be a gangster. Everybody wants to be a everybody wants to be tough, man. It's not that. It's kind of different when I was growing up, man. Because you had that when I was growing up too. But we had to I always say you had to had the funny niggas, had the athletic niggas, you had the the ones that could fight, not the actual gangsters, the actual street dudes. It was different. Like people not being themselves anymore. That's why I'm saying all these things, because that's just what it is, man. But yeah, man. But that is the kind of monster that First Samuel 30, man. It's just like, okay, like don't look at them any differently, man. That's is what it is, man. If you're not like that, don't be that, man. Let people be actually them, man. That's just is what it is, man. Because you can't. It's kind of crazy when you want to be people, like you want people to be what you want them to be, what you shape in your mind for that how they should be, man. And that's not, uh, and that's not really expedient to do, man. Let people be them, man. That's just is what it is. I know he's not like that. I know, like, this person's not like that. That's what that Colossians 4:6 in the season, your words of salt, know how to answer every man, know how to deal with different people in different situations, man. Being adaptable, man. So, yeah, man, that's just it, man. I just wanted to touch on that, man. Honestly. So, and then am I conducting for like people to be the actual beta male as one of the people beta to be like be a pushover, be like a flunky, be or what's the word I'm looking for? Or anybody's lackey, or being what they actually mean by that. No, I'm not condoning that. No, because as far as the slang term, what people say is beta, no, you don't be that. But actually, what it means to be beta, there's nothing wrong with that, man. Because that's just those are qualities of the Most High: compassionate, long-suffering, merciful. So it is what it is. That's just me, though. I'm just kind of it is what it is. So anyway, so peace.